Hi everyone, it's Michele Payn-Knoper with Cause Matters Corporation, and today I am sitting here with Mr. Will Gilmer. We happen to be in Kansas, but Will is from Alabama. Just was appointed as the chair of the American Farm Bureau Young Farmers and Ranchers Committee, so congratulations, Will.
Thank you very much.
And we're here today to talk a little bit. Will is somewhat famous for some of his MooTube minutes and being a singing dairyman. And so I guess first thing, Will, maybe if you could talk about what inspired you to do some of the things that you do online.
Well, specifically with the YouTube stuff to start with, it was kind of just I had a smartphone that had a pretty decent camera, and really I was just like, I wonder how, let me try this thing out. But as I got into it, it's kind of the thought of, here's an opportunity, and people learn a whole lot visually. So I thought, here's an opportunity to make a few videos and put up on the internet, and maybe people would learn a little bit something about our dairy farm and agriculture. Now really though, thinking, well, if I just do that, who's going to pay attention? So kind of thought, well, I'll take the chance and be a little bit silly, do a few things off the wall. And so if you look at our YouTube account and really kind of go back at the very beginning, most of the videos that are up are really kind of silly and zany and out there, but the point on that was try to do something different and grab people's attention, and once we had that attention, then you can start trying to educate them about some of the issues that we really do face in the dairy business and in agriculture.
So Will, do you think that there's an opportunity for agriculture, regardless of the sector, to have a little bit more fun, to get into people's hearts?
Oh, I absolutely think so, and it's like I've told people before. Like, for instance, we know agriculture affects everybody's life. Well, so does, banking and finance. That has a role to play in my life and my operation, but it's something I need to know about. But if I'm just listening to two bankers talk back and forth to each other, I'm really not going to be interested in know what they're saying, and if I'm not interested, I'm not going to learn anything. So it's the same way in agriculture. If we try to present ourselves to the public only as we would talk to other producers, we're not going to really grab their attention and their emotion, and they're not going to learn much. So if we can kind of get out and do things a little bit different, have some fun, they'll catch on to that and they'll get interested. And once we have them hooked, so to speak, then we can start introducing the real serious issues that we deal with and be more effective communicating those.
Sure. So do you have a couple of tips or words of advice for any other farmers out there who may be thinking about shooting some video?
Sure. Just do it and try it, and make sure you replay the video a couple of times and decide if you really want to post it up there. There's been a couple I've thought, well, this might be a little bit on the edge, but I'll go ahead and do it. But then there's sometimes, there's been sometimes I've filmed videos and I've replayed them and I've realized, ooh, I really don't need to say that, or this video here doesn't look, the quality's real bad. It's so sometimes there are a few that get cold, but give it a chance and try it. And ultimately, you're the producer is the one that has the control of whether they press that upload button or not. So that's what my advice would be. Give it a shot, and if you think you don't have anything to lose, but maybe a little bit of your reputation of being this real stoic, silent kind of person, just go ahead and take a chance, and I think you'll be pleased with the results.
And Will, is it true that you actually uploaded your infamous water and poo video from your phone, and you didn't even use an internet connection from a computer?
That's right. For when I first started doing this, really up to about 2 weeks ago, I had a dial-up internet account, which pretty much meant I couldn't download any videos from the internet because it would take too long, my connection would cut off, and same thing on upload. I mean, if I tried to upload a video, it would take forever and ran a risk of the connection cutting off. But I had a good enough connection with my cell phone that I could film water and poo and pretty much all of my videos on my camera phone, and then save it, and then just log on to the internet to YouTube over my phone and hit the upload that way. And so it was all done wirelessly from the field.
Well, Will, you've done a great example of being able to show other farmers how simple it really is. It's so fun to watch their faces light up when we show them water and poo. What gave you the confidence to really learn to speak out and to stand up and speak up?
Well, just the basic being comfortable with speaking probably started back when I was growing up in junior high school, being part of our dairy team. And anybody that's judged dairy or livestock knows that, and probably started off fearing something called oral reasons. And but having the opportunity to learn to go through that and having to get up there by yourself and talk about something to somebody you didn't know is a little bit daunting at first, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you get. And so really kind of at a younger age, that got me comfortable speaking to people and speaking to groups, and I've been able to have the opportunity, up through high school and college, and once I came back home, whether it's speaking to local groups or speaking in my church or wherever, I've had the opportunity to get up and be in front of people. So it's kind of I won't say practice makes perfect, but the more you do it, you get a comfort level with it, and you kind of settle into a little routine that you go through as you speak. So it's just something that it does take a little time, but the more you do it, the more comfortable you'll get, and the more comfortable you are, generally the more effective you'll be delivering your message.
Well, Will, you've done a great job, and on behalf of all the folks in agriculture, thanks for the service that you've been providing and for setting an example, and we will be excited to see your next singing YouTube minute.
Okay, thank you very much.